This week's weekly ritual is dedicated to the memories of iconic album artist Ken Kelly and original Bon Jovi bassist Alec John Such, who passed away this week. Rest in power. This week's show is brought to you by our affiliate partner, Liquid Death Mountain Water. Order with the code GHOSTCULTMAG and get something cool. What's up, everybody? It's Kiefer. You're watching another edition of the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. Statistics show most of you are watching this for the first time, so please like and subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and find out every time we post new content. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult.
We kick this week's features off with a gang of new interviews. We talked to Sotiris from SepticFlesh, and their new album Modern Primitive is out now from Nuclear Blast. We also talked to the homeboy Richie Cavalera of Incite. Their new EP is out now. On the Ghost Cult Magazine podcast, we talked to Gary Stringer of Reef. Their new album is out now, and they just opened for Rolling Stones in Europe. Holy cow! Also on the Ghost Cult podcast, we talked to Emily Jane White. Her recent album Alluvion is out now. You can catch these hands and catch me on the Glacially musical Pouredcast, beer, metal, swearing, vinyl, and much more with my partner and hetero life mate, Nick Cameron. Slayer! It was also the International Day of Slayer this week. Check out our feature on the history of the band. You can also catch an expertly written feature by yours truly on Faith No More, 30 Years of Angel Dust. Probably their best record. Go check it out if you haven't.
And now, the news rundown.
Download Fest starts this week. We've got some people there. It's going to be huge. Don't miss it. The inaugural Orange Loop Festival is taking over Atlantic City this weekend, headlined by Stone Temple Pilots. Decibel Metal and Beer Fest is taking over Philadelphia this weekend. It's always a baller time of incredible bands, exclusive performances, and sponsored by Metal Blade Records. Happy 40th birthday, Metal Blade. Michigan Metal Fest is coming up in a few weeks, headlined by Attila, Oceano, and Green Jello for some reason. That is a strange-ass bill. The very first bands have been booked for Inferno Metal Festival next spring in Oslo. Cannibal Corpse, Harakiri from the Sky, Odium, and many more to follow. Rocklahoma has announced their festival lineup for this Labor Day weekend, and it features Korn, Five Finger Death Punch, Shinedown, and probably a lot of cops in attendance. It just feels like a cop fest. I don't know. Anybody with me? ACAB? Anybody? No? Alright. Arctangent Festival, happening this summer, has announced its final batch of bands, joining the lineup headlined by Tesseract and Opeth, Godflesh, This Will Destroy You, Puppy, and a few more. Midwest Death Fest is coming to the Twin Cities this summer, and it features Putrid Pile as the headliner. Crossover thrashers Belushi Speedball have been added to Full Terror Metal Assault. That's the band that recently put out their recent album on an N64 and a GameCube because they're just awesome like that. Go check those guys out. Beach Life Ranch Festival, the sequel to Beach Life Festival, is coming later this year, and it features Hall & Oates and Brandy Carlisle and the White Buffalo and Shooter Jennings and a whole gang of artists just like that. Punk and Drublic, the very successful Warped Tour style concerts and festivals, have been popping up all over the West Coast and Michigan and Cleveland, and now they're coming to Worcester Palladium. No Effects, Descendants, Face to Face, among the very first bands announced to perform. Mosswood Meltdown is coming July 4th weekend to Oakland, California, and it features the return of Bikini Kill, Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth and her solo band, the Linda Linzes, Pansy Division, and many more. And now a word from our affiliate partner, Liquid Death.
100% mountain water from the Austrian Alps. Liquid Death! It's 16.9 ounce tall boys. Liquid Death comes in two flavors, mountain spring water and sparkling water. Entirely from 100% aluminum cans.
Back to the tours. Hailstorm has announced a new string of tour dates leading up to Aftershock Sacramento. The Warning and New Year's Day will open. Creeping Death has announced a headline tour of the US with 200 stab wounds and about 20 other bands. It's too many bands, I'm telling you. 3-4 bands max on a show. Everybody, please. No more, unless it's a festival. I'm just saying. Get hype! Lamb of God has announced their new album, Omens, is coming out this fall on Epic Records, and it's gonna be epic, I promise you. Their new single and video dropped today, Nevermore, and they booked a huge headline tour with Killswitch Engage and a bunch of other cool bands opening in select cities. Alana Mark has announced their new album, The Great Heathen Army, coming this summer on Metal Blade, and you can also check out their new single and video, Get in the Ring! Parkway Drive dropped a brand new single and a video for their track Glitch, their first new music in almost 4 years. Probably a new Parkway Drive album coming later this year or early next year. Surprising news from Dance Gavin Dance as co-frontman Tillian Pearson has stepped away from the band in the wake of sexual assault allegations, including a recent incident at their own festival, Swan Fest, in their hometown of Sacramento. The band is still going ahead with their huge world tour and their new album coming this summer on Rise Records. Pistol, the miniseries on FX and Hulu documenting the origin of the Sex Pistols, has dropped all their episodes, streaming right now. Just in time for the Queen's Jubilee in the UK, unbelievably, God Save the Queen has rocketed back into the charts, and it might even be number one. We normally don't care about awards and charts, but it's just interesting nonetheless that band is charting. I am Cornelio! Beavis and Butthead are coming back, everybody. Beavis and Butthead will have a new movie this summer, they will have a new series at the end of the year, and all their previous episodes from MTV are now remastered and airing on Paramount+. Are you a fan of Mayans MC, the spin-off of Sons of Anarchy? If you saw recent episodes, you might have heard a song by Zeal and Order during the opening scenes. That's right, Devil Is Fine aired on Mayans MC. It's actually a pretty good song. They've had a lot of great music this year, including Motorhead, pretty killer. Metallica has raised over $1 million to aid war-torn Ukraine through their All Within My Hands Foundation and their collaboration with World Central Kitchen. Hashtag Chefs for Ukraine. Great job, Metallica. Big hearts and big riffs. Melodic death metal band Arch Enemy has been forced to delay their brand new album Deceivers and its release until late summer. Anthrax will release their 40th anniversary live stream from 2021 as a full concert DVD and Blu-ray. Get ready for a lot of Anthrax clips soon. The band is also hitting the road with Black Label Society and Hatebreed this summer. Third Secret, the rock supergroup featuring members of Nirvana, Soundgarden, and Pearl Jam, have dropped their brand new video and single, Rhythm of the Ride, for their album that's out now. Rise Against have dropped a brand new single, Last Man Standing. You can catch the band on tour right now with The Used and Census Fail. Suicide Silence has announced a brand new album coming in 2023 from Century Media. The David Bowie 75 Coffee Table book has also been pushed back to late summer due to delays. The Ghost Inside have dropped their first new music in a year. One Choice, a new single and video. Catch them on tour all summer. Freak Scene, the movie about Dinosaur Jr., has gotten a wide re-release and earned a surprising big box office. They had a special event in Brooklyn in which they had a Q&A with the band, as well as a private performance from Jay Macias, and that earned $20,000 for one show. Holy cow. That's a pretty good model. I'd go do that if I were you. Bands with documentaries. Jawbreaker, I'm looking at you. Punk supergroup Beach Rats have dropped their debut single and video, Heavy Conversation. The band features members of Bouncing Souls, Bad Religion, and Lifetime. Multinational metal project 6 Hours has dropped their brand new single, Revolt, on all streaming platforms. 6 Hours features Fahad Syed of Salted Wounds. He's also the composer of the music you're hearing behind me right now. And finally in the news, Clutch has announced the continuation of their vinyl remaster series with Robot Hive Exodus. Very hype on this one.
And now for a look at New Music Friday.
American Enemy, Cities Changing Names, Eclipse, Attempt Survivors, Educated Hips EP, Iodine, Erader, Elysian Inferno EP, Dark Descent, Bloody Heels, Rotten Romance, Frontiers SRL, Death White, Grey Everlasting, Season of Mist, Dragged Under, Upright Animals, Mascot, Foot, You Are Weightless, Copper Feast, Future Palace, Run, A Rising Empire, Inanimate Existence, The Masquerade, The Artisan Era, Kiss, Off the Soundboard, Live at Donington 1996, UME, Michael Monroe, I Live Too Fast to Die Young, Silver Lining Records, Motionless in White, Scoring the End of the World, Roadrunner Records, Museum of Light, Horizon, Spartan Records, Seeds of Contemplation, Contemplations on Hidden Meanings, Crawling Chaos, Seventh Wonder, The Testament, Frontiers SRL, Stellar Death, Senti, Chapter 1 EP, Brave Music, Venus 5, Self-Titled, Frontiers SRL, Voimation, Profane Vestige, Personal Records, Vulnificus, Invocation, New Standard Elite, Windrose, Warfront, Napalm Records, and Yatra, Born into Chaos, Prosthetic Records.
And now for a look in our mailbag.
We got a package of mail from our homies in Gorilla Ghost. Gorilla Ghost is the awesome underground hip-hop band from Milwaukee, but they've also done awesome industrial and metal remixes, and they are rad in general. We've interviewed the band. You can check that out right here. Let's see what I got in the mail. I know what this is. This is a Bandcamp Friday special limited edition Trumaine EP that's already out on digital. You can buy that on Bandcamp. We'll put the link below. Oh, More branding. I like the packaging, and it's on this awesome thing. Again, the logo again of the EP and album, limited edition, 5 of 10, if you can see that. And again, the logo is right here on the CD. Fantastic stuff. Shout out Guerilla Ghost. They got a brand new album also you should check out that dropped earlier this year. Generally speaking, a fantastic band if you like underground hip-hop. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostCodeMan.com is a small business, and we really appreciate the support. As we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's a tough time in the world. So please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember to stay metal, always.